Alrighty. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our 2024 Ram Ready event. My name is Smokey Rith, and I'm one of the counselors from the Welcome Center and Outreach Department. I may have met some of you when we went out to the high schools or here at our Welcome Center. And I know I speak on behalf of everyone when I say how truly excited we are to see you all join us actually virtually today. And I also want to make sure that I address any guests that are also on the line with us that are here supporting you all in this important part of your educational journey. Because support is highly crucial to your success in college, I want to just point that out and make sure that you all thank your guests as well. And for those of you who don't have a guest with you joining today, all of us here that are presenting are here to support you. So fun fact, you actually do have a support with you and a guest with you, okay? So starting college is very exciting. It can be very nerve-wracking as well. We want to make sure that you feel ready, not just for your first day and really for your first semester of school. Now, we have a lot of important information to go over with you, and we hope that by the end of the event or the presentations today, you'll feel more prepared and confident about starting college. Our goal for today and truly your entire time at Fresno City is to ensure that you start strong, stay strong, and finish strong. By being here today just shows me that you are all starting off on the right foot. So great job with that. But keep in mind that starting strong also means showing up for classes, getting connected and involved, and utilizing all of the resources we have available to support you all. Now, I typically do a little motivational chant with everyone, but because we're online, it's kind of hard to do so. So if you want to drop in the chat, Ram ready, that'd be great. Or start strong, stay strong, finish strong, that'd be awesome as well. So go ahead and use the chat function um, and see if we can get some liveliness in the chat there. But other than that, we'll wait for some. Awesome, Ram ready. Beautiful. Yay. Oh, beautiful. You guys are going in. Awesome. Alrighty. So then the next slide, I'm gonna go ahead and touch on today's event and what it looks like. The Ram Ready event, when you registered, let's see, can we get to the next slide, please? Let's see. Thank you. For the event, it is a hybrid event that Ram Ready is a hybrid event. There is an in-person session. You chose the virtual session, which is this online session here. It's important that you check your student email because the workshops that are going to be posted or that's going to be hosted by our Ram Ready team or our Welcome Center team will be online. So you want to check your student email for any Zoom links or further information with regards to those workshops. And those workshops are going to be focusing on navigating your student portal, self-service, Canvas, and other important tools that you're going to need to utilize while you're here at Fresno City College. Furthermore, today you're going to hear from our presenters on topics like support services and success tips for college. You'll go on a virtual campus tour as well, where you'll be taken around our campus virtually, and you'll be able to essentially get a little bit of guidance with finding your courses as well. You'll also have the opportunity to meet your pathway team as well. I believe so. And then you'll also, for the last part, there's going to be, I believe, a resource fair that you can attend within the event too. We typically give you a Fresno City College merch, although it is virtual, so there's nothing virtual that we can give out, right? But with further ado, I'm going to go ahead and pass it on to Andrea, who's going to make sure you all know where to go.
Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Andrea Torres, and I'm one of the outreach specialists here in the Welcome Center as well. So thank you again for joining us today. What I want to talk to you about today is probably one of the biggest questions that we get asked as we get close to starting the semester, and that is, where do I go? Once I get on campus, where do I go to park? Where do I go to find my classes? Where can I find something to eat? So hopefully after all the information we give you today, you'll have a little bit better of idea of what you're supposed to do next week when school starts. Next slide. So, first thing we want to start with is making sure that you all know where you're registered and where your classes are being held for the semester. So, we have various campus locations, even though you registered for Fresno City. So, the majority of you registered at Fresno City, and you're going to be coming here for your classes if they're in person. But some of you might have registered at our West Fresno campus. So, West Fresno is our newest campus. It was open about a year ago, and they house some of our signature programs like automotive technology, diesel technology, and medical assisting. So, if any of you are taking those specific programs, all of your classes will be held there at the West Fresno Center. But some of you might have even signed up for West Fresno because it's closer to you. So, if you haven't been out there yet, that's the campus near Edison High School. So if you are taking classes there, just make sure that you give yourself enough time to get back and forth if you're registered at other campuses. Our next campus is Career and Technology Center. So if you are taking any of our maintenance mechanic classes and some of our construction classes are even there as well. But some of you might have registered for CTC and you will see that on your schedule. You just have to make sure you know that is a location and not a room or a building on Fresno City's campus. Next, we have our First Responder Center. So if I have any future EMT students, fire technology, or police academy students, those students will be going to the First Responder Center. And you will see it notated on your schedule with that abbreviation, FRC. So again, if you are taking classes at any of these campuses, make sure you're giving yourself enough time to get to and from the different campuses that you're registered for. And then last, we have our, I guess you could call it a location. It's a virtual location, Canvas. So Canvas is where you're going to be taking all of your online classes or your hybrid classes. So I know some of you are joining us virtually today, but that might not mean that you are taking 100% online classes. This just worked for your schedule today. But at Fresno City, we do use Campus as our learning platform. And so that is where your classes will be held. So 100% online classes are going to be done through Canvas, and hybrid classes are going to be done through Canvas. Next slide. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about what types of classes you're in and what that means in just a little bit. Okay, so here's a copy of what your schedule should look like. So hopefully this looks familiar to you. You're all familiar with how to get into your portal and look at your schedule. There's really two ways for you to view your schedule. One of them is in your portal and it's located right on your dashboard. So as soon as you open up your portal, you will see your favorite apps, but you'll also see your schedule loaded there. If you don't see it there, go ahead and jump into your self-service app and you'll be able to check out your schedule in this view. So the important things to look at on your schedule is what you're registered for, right? So all of the registered and not started will be listed in green. And that's just because we haven't started, right? The semester begins on Monday, August 12th. And that is when now that not started will go away for you. It will also list the course title. So whichever course you're taking will be showing there. And it will list the time and the location of the classes you're taking. It will also show your instructor's name, or at least their last name with their first name initial. So if you take a look at the locations with me, you'll see some students are taking web-based classes. They're registered at West Fresno. They're registered at Fresno City, and they're going to be attending our departments, our buildings. And some students are taking classes across the street at our stadium. So when you're looking at your schedule, make sure you're taking a look at the date, the time, and the location to make sure you have enough time to jump between classes or campuses. Next slide. Okay, so when I was talking about Canvas and talking about the different types of classes you're taking, we basically offer three different types of classes here at Fresno City to meet the needs of what your schedule allows. So we have in-person classes, self-explanatory, right? You come in person, you show up on the first day of school, and that is how your attendance is taken, and that is how you'll be attending for the rest of the semester. So on the first day of school for in-person classes, you have to make sure that you go to every class and check in, sit through the class so that you're counted as being there for the first day. Even if you're late, even if you're running a little bit late and you know, because you're looking for classes, you're not sure where everything is, make sure you still show up. If you don't show up, there's a good chance that your instructor thinks that you don't want to be in the class and they might start adding other students who did show up and are on their wait list. For hybrid courses, those classes are a combination of both in person and online. So you have to make sure on your schedule that you know when you're supposed to be in class on campus and when you're supposed to be finishing your work on Canvas. So that's going to be a combination. Make sure you understand how that works, but you also need to show up on the first day of school in person if it's listed on your schedule. For the 100% online classes, we have two different types of online. One is called lecture simultaneous internet, and one is called lecture internet. So for the 100% online classes, you will not step foot on this campus. You will only be doing your classwork through Canvas. So you still have deadlines, right? You still have things that you need to do that your instructor is giving you, but you just do not come physically to school. But with lecture simultaneous internet, you may be doing a virtual meeting just like the one we're having, right? So if I'm your teacher and you're all my students, you have to meet at a certain time, and that is your simultaneous internet. So you have to show up to those classes. For lecture internet, a lot of you might have seen on your schedule, if you're enrolled in 100% online classes, that it says TBD. And you're like, what does that mean? What are they going to tell me? We're not going to tell you anything. That's just the way it's listed on your schedule. But what it means is you are only going to be doing your classwork on Zoom, or I'm sorry, on Canvas. So there will be no virtual face to face like this. It will all be meeting the deadlines that your instructor sets and doing all of your work on Canvas. Okay, so very different. Know what those mean: lecture simultaneous and lecture internet. And you do have to check into each of your classes the first day of school. So when you log into your portal, you'll see your Canvas app. You have to log into each class in order to be counted for attendance on that day. Next slide. So some of you might be driving to campus and parking as you're taking your in-person classes, or even if you're visiting services. Parking permits are required for the semester. So if you are taking classes on campus for the entire semester, it may be beneficial for you to purchase your parking permit for the semester instead of daily. Our permits cost $30 each semester, and that's for fall and spring. You only pay for the semester you're attending. Our summer permits are $20, and then you can purchase a daily permit for $1 each. We only purchase these parking passes online. So there's two ways for you to get to the parking permit page. One, it's in your portal. Everybody has a link to purchase the parking permits, or you can just get on our website, Google Fresno City College, and there should be just search in the search bar parking permits, and it will take you to a link to purchase it. You're able to use a credit card, debit card to purchase it, and then the card will be mailed to you. If you don't have a debit card or credit card and you need to purchase it in cash, you can come down to our business office, purchase it in cash, but you're still going to order it online and it will still be mailed to you. So if you have not ordered a parking permit yet, make sure you do so. Monday is not far away and you want to make sure you have enough time for that parking permit to get mailed to you. Um, and once you buy a parking permit, you can park in any parking garage that we have on campus, any student stalls, and really any campus that's within our district. So when I talked about West Fresno, career technology, first responders, and even Clovis, Reedley, and Madera if you're cross enrolled. So you only buy one parking permit and it will work for all those campuses. Our parking garage is probably about an 8 to 10 minute walk from the campus. So make sure you give yourself enough time if you're parking in our parking garage and walking to your classes. We do offer a shuttle service during the first 3 weeks of school, and they have various drop-off locations at high traffic areas. So the parking garage will be one of them, and then there'll be different drop-offs on campus. So we will be giving our shuttle service information on our webpage, the RAM Ready webpage, hopefully at the end of next week. So if not, during our welcome week, there will be people on campus helping you. There will be a shuttle service map. So make sure that you are paying attention to your schedule, making sure that wherever you park, you give yourself enough time to get back and forth between classes. My last recommendation for the parking is when you find a parking spot, do not leave it. Just leave it there all day. You don't want to risk losing it, okay? Next slide. So plan ahead. That's one of the biggest things since you're not familiar, right? If you are going out of town and you're anticipating traffic, you're going to look at the maps, right? You're going to use Google Maps, Apple Maps. You're going to see how to get there, how long it's going to take you, and you're going to allow yourself enough time for that and to make any stops. Same thing. We want to make sure you do that for school. So pay attention to any construction that's happening around campus. We are building, we have two new buildings going up, so that may impact your time and it might delay you, right? There might be traffic delays. So just plan ahead is what we want you to do. The traffic does get a little rough in the first couple weeks of the semester, so you want to make sure you give yourself enough time to not stress out about that. So it does kind of look like a Friday night when you're going to In and Out or Chick-fil-A in River Park, and everybody's trying to get into the same spot. So you want to really just plan ahead and make sure that you're giving yourself enough time. Also, stay away from any staff parking lots. We also purchase parking permits, but our parking spaces are either identified by a sign that says staff parking or it'll be a yellow curb. So you want to make sure that you're only parking in any student lots. For those of you who may not purchase a parking permit right away, or you're going to be parking on the streets around our campus, just make sure that there is no signs like the ones I'm showing on the screen. So the ones on the screen are in the residential areas, and those are permit required for the residents of the community. So we don't want you to get ticketed for parking in any staff or residential parking. So again, just make sure that you are sticking to those student lots or any of the streets that don't have those signs. Next slide. Okay, and then once you get onto campus, we do give you some resources for finding your way around campus. So on our RAM Ready website, there is a link to the map. When you walk onto campus, there's these maps that are showing on the screen to help you kind of get around. We also will have welcome booths with staff available to help you and point you in the right direction of where you need to go. But if any of you met with our Welcome Center, you should have received either a e-version or a physical handout of our new student guide. Our map is listed on the back of that student guide, so you can use that. And then you can use any of these standing maps on campus, or you can get onto our website and view our 360 interactive map. So just get familiar with where your classes are. Each of your classes will have a room location, and then you can find that corresponding room location on the map. And again, we'll have welcome booths throughout the first week of school to help you navigate your way around campus. Next slide. All right, so now that we know where to go for your classes, where to go to park when you get on campus, we're going to talk about where to go to grab some food while you're here. If any of you are newly grads from high school this last year, you're used to getting free breakfast and free lunch from your high school. We don't do that in college. In college, you have to either bring your own money for lunch or you got to plan ahead and bring your lunches with you. So make sure that you are aware of how long you're staying for the day and if you need to bring yourself food or bring yourself money. So we have different options for food. We have our cafeteria restaurant. It's called Primo Nosh. There they have a cafeteria style restaurant, plenty of seating for you to just hang out in between classes, but you can buy food, drinks, snacks. They have hot food, breakfast, burritos, pizza. So lots of things for you to be able to choose from. And they do have a meal at least under $8. So thinking of how much money you need to bring with you, you could probably get away with getting something for about $8 on campus. We also have our food trucks, and our food trucks are going to be parked near our main fountain, our small fountain, and our health sciences building. So once you get on campus, you'll see those areas and you'll see food trucks throughout the week. So we always advertise those on our website as well if you want to get familiar and see who's going to be there on the days that you're attending school. If you forget money or you're short on cash and you want to look for some free resources on campus, we do have our RAM Pantry. So think of our RAM Pantry as our student grocery store, but it's free. All you need is your student ID number. You can walk in during their open hours. If they have any snacks or drinks, you're welcome to those. And then you can also take some food home. So they'll often give you what items you can get for the day, how many items you can get, and you can actually take that home. So again, if you're in a bind and you're like, I don't get paid until Friday, I need something today, I'm here, it's Thursday, pop into the RAM Pantry, see what they have for you for the day. Okay. Next slide. So hopefully that gave you a better idea of showing up on campus. You'll know where to park, where to find your classes, how to find your classes, and where to find something to eat. So next, I'm going to turn it over to Ku, and she's going to talk to you about what you need while you're here on campus.
All right, thank you, Andrea. Hi, everyone. My name is Ku, and I'm one of the counselors within our Welcome Center and Outreach departments. And today, I'm going to talk to you about what you need to start your semester off strong. All right, so the first thing I'm going to talk to you about is your student portal, also known as My Portal. Knowing how to log into your portal and what it is super important for your first semester here at Fresno City College. Each of you have a student portal and it has all the apps that you'll need from accessing your student email, completing coursework on Canvas, checking your class schedule and your financial aid on self-service, and even schedule appointments with your counselors on Starfish. Your portal also gives you access to Microsoft Office 365, which allows you to utilize Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and OneDrive all for free. On your portal, it also allows you to update your communication preferences. That way you'll let us know what kind of communication you want to receive from our campus, as well as updating your address and your phone number. To access your portal, all you have to do is just log into your portal by clicking on the My Portal icon at the top right-hand corner of the page, of the web page. So just like how you see right here on the laptop. And if you're accessing it from your phone, the format is going to look a little bit different. All you will need to do is just click on the three lines at the top right-hand corner of the screen. And then just make sure that you have your student ID number with you because you'll need that student ID number to log into your portal. Again, to help you familiarize yourself with My Portal, just make sure to join the My Portal workshop on Friday. Keep in mind a link was sent out to your college email when you signed up for RunReady. Once you're in your portal, you're going to see common apps that are going to be preloaded for you. One of the common apps that you utilize a lot is your self-service. You should be a little familiar with this app already because this is the app that you use to register for classes. Self-service is used for registering, dropping, adding courses, as well as managing your waitlist courses. You can also view your class schedule and grades, view your financial aid information, pay any fees, as well as view and print your unofficial transcripts, update your address, and sign up for any emergency text alerts. Okay, next slide. Oh, can we go to the next slide, please? Sorry, thank you. Alrighties, another app that you'll be utilizing is your Canvas app. So if you haven't heard of Canvas and you're not too familiar with it, Canvas is basically the learning platform that we use on our campus. You'll need it to access your online courses, and you might even use it for your in-person classes as well. This is where you'll find your class syllabus, assignments, take tests, and more. You can also connect with your instructors and classmates all through all through Canvas. And there's resources that are available to you on your Canvas app that's going to help you stay on track. Your virtual hub is where you can access digital tools you need for your classes, such as Zoom, Turnitin, Name Coach, and other tools that your instructor is going to have you use. You can even find guides to navigate Canvas as well as access other student resources available within the virtual hub. Canvas is also available 24/7. So there is an online support on there, right? So that if you are the type of student that likes to complete your assignments late at night, you do have that 24/7 online support. So just make sure to download the app so that you can have it on your phone. And lastly, other things that you're going to need are your textbooks and materials. If you haven't purchased your textbooks yet, don't worry, you can still visit the campus bookstore. It is open today and you can get them in person or order them online for shipping or for pickup. You can look up the books you need by going onto the bookstore website, which is listed right here at fresnocitycollege.edu/bookstore. And all you have to do is just enter your student ID number. Other ways to find out what books you need is through your self-service by viewing your class schedule or through the My Bookstore app in Canvas. The bookstore carries new and used textbooks, and some can even be rented out for the semester. Some of you might have classes that are listed as no cost or low cost textbooks, which basically means that your instructor has decided to use open educational resource, and they will let you know how to access your free digital textbooks. So just make sure to check out your classes and see if your classes require you to purchase the books or not. And then of course don't forget to purchase other materials like pens, pencils, notebooks, scantrons, or even other materials like uniforms for your classes. For those of you that are enrolled in our other campus, like West Fresno or the First Responder Center, there's no bookstore over there, so you'll just need to make sure that you purchase your books and materials from our main Fresno City campus. Alrighty, so again, those are some of the things that you're going to need to start your semester off strong. Now I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Eric, who's going to talk to you about what resources are available to you.
Alrighty, thank you, Koo. Hey everybody, my name is Eric. I'm a counselor here at the Welcome Center and Outreach Department, and I'm going to be talking about what resources are available to you here at Fresno City. Okay, next slide. Right, thank you. All right, so a lot of our resources are scattered around campus, but a majority of them are located in our library on campus. Some of these resources that I'll talk about today, you can also schedule virtually. So if you're a completely online student, don't worry, a couple of these you can go ahead and utilize online as well. But like a classic library, it has books, a quiet place to study, and access to resources to be successful in classes. You'll be able to get a free technology checkout. So for those that are taking any online courses, hybrid courses, or require a course that uses technology, you can check out laptops, MiFi's, graphing calculators, and any other little bits of technology that you may need to be successful in your courses. If you need to buy a textbook, like Ku was talking about earlier, you can go ahead and see if the library has a copy of that textbook available for you to rent out for that day. That a copy cannot leave the library, and you can rent it for up to, I believe, 2 hours at this point, but it can be adjusted depending on how much you need time with that textbook. The library also has 2 computer labs. You can go ahead and utilize them to write some papers, maybe work on some of your homework assignments, or if you need to print anything out for your courses or research, you can always print out the materials you need. You get up to 25 free prints a day, so make sure you take advantage of that as you spend time in our computer lab. Finally, we also have our research assistance program, also known as our RAP sessions, that are ran by our librarians. So if you're taking an English class, maybe a philosophy class that's requiring you to write a big, long research paper, you may want to visit them to have assistance with that in finding a topic, locating resources, and assistance in general when it comes to fleshing out your ideas for your project. Right, next slide, please. Located at the other end of the library is our student support services area, which includes our tutorial services. These tutorial services includes the Past Center, Extending the Classroom, Reading and Writing Center, and Tutorial Center. All of these services are ran by our tutorial support staff, including staff and student tutors that can assist you in passing your courses. Just by attending one of these sessions, which is free to do so, you increase your chances of passing your courses successfully. So make sure you take advantage of that. They do take appointments and drop-in services for a majority of their services. The Career and Employment Center is located at the very end of the library. It has our career and employment staff that can assist you in finding a job on campus, maybe looking at your resume, and finally major selection. If you are not sure what major you want to be in, or maybe want to take a look at what you can do with your major, our career counselors over at the Career and Employment Center can assist you in matching you with a correct career choice, or even find one maybe you'd had no idea even existed in the first place. Our Dream Center, which is located in our west courtyard of our old administration building, is there for our students that are undocumented or need help with any kind of legal assistance when it comes to immigration status, financial aid assistance, and academic assistance as well. This is a safe place for all of our students, but especially for our Dreamer students and or undocumented students here at Fresno City College. So make sure to check them out if their services pertain to you. Next slide. Perfect. Right here on the screen, you see some of our police officers around one of our emergency boxes. If you feel like you need any assistance on campus, these are who you should be looking out for on campus. Here at Fresno City College, your safety is our #1 priority, so we want to let you know what we do to make sure that you are safe here on campus, okay? So right on my screen, as you can see, there is a phone number. If you're able to take a screenshot of this, or if you need to just write this down, maybe save it on your phone, I would do so at this point. This is a number you don't want to have to save just in case if you do need it at this time, okay? Um, you can also call 911 and let them know that you are on our campus to have them connect you to our dispatch if you need immediate assistance. In addition, you'll also want to make sure that when you signed up on your self-service for communication preferences, that the number is the one that you'll be able to reach as soon as you can, because safety alerts also go out to that number. If you're taking any kind of online courses here at Fresno City College, make sure that if you don't feel safe, you can always contact our police department for an escort to your vehicle, and that our police department is just a phone call away, just in case if you need to reach out to us. But besides that, I think that's it from me. I think Smokey's, yep. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass it off to Smokey so he can talk about how do you get involved on campus.
Alrighty, everyone. Thanks, Eric. So now I'm gonna go ahead and talk about how you all can get involved here at Fresno City College. Um, so now, of course, we want to make sure that you're doing well in school, right? We want to make sure that you're succeeding, completing the program that you are pursuing, whether it's a certificate, a degree, a 2-year degree, or even a transferable degree. But we want to make sure that you're having fun while doing so. And getting involved is a great outlet to having fun here at Fresno City College. It truly provides you the opportunity to get connected on campus, meet new people, and build friendships as well. So if you want to get involved, and may I get the next slide, please? If you want to get involved, our student activities office is the place to go. Student activity houses over 25 active clubs and organizations on our campus that were made by students for students. Some of the popular clubs I can think of are the Q&A Queer and Allies Club, History Club, Chess Club. There's an International Students Club, and the list truly just goes on and on. And the best part is that if there isn't a club that you find interesting, you may create a brand new club on your own as well. So you can definitely pay them a visit if that's something that you're interested in. We also have our associated student government, which is our essentially our student voice on campus. So if you are interested in being part of the decision-making process and leading, you may want to get involved with ASG or the Associated Student Government. And for those of you who are gamers or interested in video games, Student Activity also houses our esports. They have esport tournaments throughout the year, so you can go ahead and get more information by stopping by our Student Activities office. And then they also provide you with a student ID card. This student ID card is free, and it has a lot of perks that comes with it. You get a free barbecue lunch each semester. You get discounts from local businesses, discounts to sporting events. You get to utilize the game room and get free printing as well. And I think the best part of the student ID card is that you also get a free fax bus pass. So for those of you who are relying on the bus for transportation, this is something that you can utilize for free here at Fresno City College. If you do want to get your student ID card, you'll have to physically go to our student activities office and bring a government issue ID card. Or if you're a recently graduated high school student, you can use your student ID card. that your high school student ID card, just to show proof of identification. If you do end up losing the student ID card, there will be a $5 replacement fee. So try not to lose that ID card. Um, but yeah, that's going to be information about student activities. Can I get the next slide, please? Fresno City College also hosts a lot of events on campus. For those of you who are interested in any sporting events, we have 23 athletic teams, so you are more than welcome to attend any of the events or all of the events. If you are interested in performing arts, we have music productions, plays, dance recitals, and all these other things that are hosted in the auditorium and in our theater. So you can go ahead and check that out as well. Fresno City College also hosts a lot of community events, events that you all may have attended before. The events are Asian Fest, the Fresno Pride Parade Festival, the vendor fair. So these are a lot of community events that bring our community to the campus, and they're some of my favorite ones because it shows our connection with the community as well. And then lastly, for those of you who are interested in a job or a volunteer opportunity, you can attend our career and major fair that happens each semester. Um, we typically advertise our social media, our events on our social media. So you're more than welcome to give us a follow, or you'll see it posted on an A-frame and a kiosk that's around campus as well. But with further ado, I'm going to go ahead and pass it on to Lauren, who's going to go ahead and make sure you all know how to stay on track.
Hi, everyone. I'm Lauren. I am one of the outreach counselors at our Welcome Center department as well. And I know we're going over a ton of information and we're going to go over more, but we just want to make sure that you're ready to start school on Monday and that you know of all the resources that are available to you. So with that being said, we're going to go over some tips and habits that will help you be successful. So developing good habits early on will help you with your success at Fresno City College. Since you're starting school and college, you'll be able to work or create good habits to keep you on track. You're going to be managing quite a few commitments, most likely. So, school, potentially work, or any other personal obligations you may have. So, one of the best strategies you can do for yourself is create a schedule or a routine where you're consciously making time for everything. And then you can make adjustments as you need. So make sure that time management is one of your strongest and best habits during your first semester. Another way to stay on track is to meet with your instructors during office hours. So instructors set specific times throughout the week where they are available to meet with students, whether that's in their office or over the phone, and they will help you with any questions you may have or even get feedback on assignments. So definitely take advantage of that time with them. Another tip to stay on track is being aware of upcoming deadlines. This is going to be super important. So you'll have your deadlines for like your homework and your schoolwork, but you also will have deadlines like campus deadlines. So on the screen or on the PowerPoint, you'll see that website listed there. Here you'll find like you want to pay attention to start dates of your classes and end dates and any drop dates for courses. So you may want to drop a class at some point. You want to make sure pay attention to the deadline on this website because it could potentially affect your financial aid or your academic standing if you drop it too late. Also on the website, you'll find the holiday and the school closure dates for the semester. Another habit for success, well, this is more of like a support resource. So we have the Starfish Request Assistance option for you within your Starfish app in your student portal. So Starfish is where you're going to make appointments for your counselors. It's also where you can submit that request assistant. So if you want to talk to somebody from like a nurse, you want to submit a request assistance to our health services department, and someone will reach out to you from that department. We also have an early alert system. So this will help our instructors and our counselors be connected. So that way they can just keep you on track throughout your semester. An example of utilizing this will be, so say you normally show up to class every week, and then you miss 2 classes in a row. your instructor can submit a request, an early alert notification, and then reach out to you just to check in with you. Another way to stay on track is going to be creating you go to the next slide, a student education plan. So student education plan is also known as an SEP. So this is a great way for you to know your progress and stay on track with your degree or your certificate. It's also going to let you know what classes you need to register for ahead of time. So typically the spring 25 registration is going to happen in October or November of this year. So it's going to be a good idea for you to plan out to meet with the counselor sometime September this year. So that way you can get into classes or know what classes you need to take, avoid being on a wait list, and you just have more options when you're registering for those courses for your spring semester. You also want to check in with a counselor anytime you need to change your major, you withdraw from a class, or you fail a class. Not typically. So if you are involved in a special program like EOPS, DSPS, Puente, or RAIN, those are specific counselors that you'll meet from that program, and they'll be guiding you throughout your time at Fresno City. If you are not involved in a special program, you will be meeting with a pathway counselor to create a comprehensive student education plan, an SEPC. So you'll be meeting with your pathways. And then next slide. So if you're not sure what I mean by pathways, so each of you belong to a pathway based on your major. Essentially, a pathway is there to guide you and meet with specific staff and counselors throughout your time. So we have 5 of them listed here. There's arts, communication, and language, business, culture, education, society, health and STEM, and tech and trades. You'll have a pathway session a little bit later to speak with some people from your pathways here. And then just to go a little bit more in depth in pathways, we do have a video for you.
Choosing a career can be one of the most important decisions you'll make in your life. But many students entering college just don't know what they want to study yet. The majority of students change their program of study 1 to 4 times while at Fresno City College. This can cost you a lot of extra money and time. To help students find a career and program of study faster, Fresno City College created RAM Pathways. What is a pathway? A pathway is a group of related programs. The programs in each pathway often teach similar skills, can lead to related careers, and may even share some core classes. This makes it easier for you if you end up switching programs within a pathway. There are 5 RAM pathways at Fresno City College: Arts, Communication, and Language, Business, Culture, Education, and Society, Health and STEM, and Tech and Trades. Besides helping you find a program of study faster and narrowing down your career focus, pathways also offer other benefits. Each pathway has a dedicated student success team that helps you navigate the college experience. Your success team is with you from registration to graduation and can help you access college resources and more. This allows for a more personal and unique college experience. You will have dedicated counselors in your pathway who will help you reach your career and educational goals faster. And finally, since students in each area tend to share similar skills and interests, you'll be able to make some great connections with fellow students and feel supported by those around you. To learn more, explore the RAM pathways and all the related programs at fresnocitycollege.edu/pathways.
Okay, so hopefully that gave you a better idea about how pathways are going to support you here at Fresno City. So next, let's go over financial aid. So in order to receive financial aid for this school year that starts on Monday, this semester and next semester starting on Monday, you had to submit a 24-25 financial aid application, whether that was the FAFSA or the California DREAM Act. You also needed to submit any documents that the financial aid office is requesting of you. If you were missing any documents, the financial aid office will notify you, or they have notified you through your student email and in your self-service account. Let's see. Yes. Okay. So in your self-service account, if you're missing documents, you can look at what you're missing. You can print, sign, and upload those documents. So that way they can be verified by the financial aid office. And then can we go to the next slide? Oh, just so when it's completed. So once you submit those missing documents, like I said, it'll be verified and updated in your account. And then financial aid will review it and notify you of your financial aid award through your student email. So the biggest part of this is you want to make sure you apply early and then also complete your file by submitting any missing documents early. Okay, next slide. So now, although there is free money available to you to help pay for college and for paying for any books or fees or anything like that, there are some things that can affect you receiving that money. So being a full-time student, you are enrolled in 12 units or above, you are eligible for 100% of your financial aid award. However, if you drop down to part-time, so for example, 9 units, your financial aid award will be recalculated and reduced to 75%. Something to also keep in mind is waitlisted courses will not be funded until you are fully enrolled into that class. Also, the classes that are late start, so they may start in September or October, those will not be funded until the classes are actually starting. And then again, if you don't submit those missing documents, then you'll be delayed in receiving your financial aid award. Next slide. Okay, another thing that can affect your financial aid is your satisfactory academic progress. You'll also hear it be called SAP. So you have to stay in good SAP in order to receive financial aid. Staying in good SAP means you're keeping your GPA above a 2.0 and you're successfully completing 67% of units attempted each semester. Okay. So you need to think of this kind of like a job. You will receive money to attend school, but in order to receive the money, you have to uh, show up to classes and pass your classes. Last reminder about financial aid. You want to submit your application every single year to keep receiving your award. Keep in mind you're applying almost like a year early. So applications typically open up in October and are due in the March of the following year. So this October, the application will open, and then you need to turn in by March 2nd of 2025. So that way you get funding for your fall 25, spring 26 semester. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Gladys Johnson-Nofit, who is going to go over Title IX with you.
Hi, good morning, everyone. I hope you can all hear me. But so I am Vladdy, and I am the Deputy Title IX coordinator here at Fresno City College. I am here today to pretty much introduce myself as a primary contact for any Title IX related issues, and also just to talk to you all about what Title IX is. So Title IX is, or it states that no person in the United States shall, on the basis of sex, be excluded from participation in, be denied the benefits of, or be subjected to discrimination under any education program or activity receiving federal financial assistance. So what that all means is that it's a law that protects people like you and me, so pretty much everyone who is associated with Fresno City College or the district, from sex and gender-based discrimination on our campus, in our programs, our activities here on campus as well. And this applies to us because we're an institution that receives federal funding. So Title IX covers athletics, it covers pregnancy-related conditions. So if you are a student of ours who is expecting, is pregnant, you are afforded reasonable modifications. So please work with your instructors, kind of give them a heads up, let them know what's going on, and kind of work out a game plan so that way you're able to finish off the semester strong. And there's also sexual misconduct under Title IX. And so that's sexual harassment, sexual assault, dating, and domestic violence and stalking. So my best advice to you all is, if you don't want to be caught up in a sexual misconduct situation, please ask for consent. Don't touch people if they don't want to be touched. Also, just pretty much stay in your lane. And lastly, there's also reasonable supportive measures and modifications if needed, and it's given case by case as well too. Next slide, please. So if you have an issue related to Title IX, you can make a report through our Title IX webpage. It will be on the FCC webpage, and then you can also do so on the district's webpage as well. There will be a clickable link, and it'll take you to a form, and just to the best of your ability, describe the incident that happened, and I will reach out to you shortly. Next slide, please. So there is mandatory Title IX training. So all of our enrolled students will be required to complete a Title IX training annually. Students will be notified to complete this training and to self-certify that the training has been completed. So please be on the lookout for this training. Next slide, please. So this slide is very important. It is my contact information, and it's also the contact information for Christine Phillips, who is the District Title IX Coordinator at the district office. If you have any questions, if you have any concerns, if something happened and you're not sure if it falls under Title IX, please come to us, and we can talk about it and figure it out. So thank you so much for having me, and have a great semester.
All right, thank you, everyone. I want to thank all the speakers for giving you guys all this great information, helping you guys prepare for the semester. Remember, you guys received your email giving you a list and links of everything that's expected for today. So shortly at 9:30, you guys will be doing your virtual campus tour. So make sure you get into your email, click the new link. So you have to join the new Zoom link. So like Smokey mentioned earlier, you guys will be able to do a virtual campus tour. Right after, you guys will have a RAM pathway session. You'll get to meet with your pathway team, instructors, counselors, so make sure you join and get specific pathway and major information for your pathway. After that, we will have a resource fair virtually as well on Zoom, where you'll get to meet different student services areas, special programs, student activities, get information about what resources are available to you, and you'll be able to listen in, and then you'll be able to break out into breakout sessions so you can speak to individual programs if you're interested in receiving some of their services, okay? And again, remember, you have to click the new link for each session. All right, and then also don't forget on Friday, we do have a My Portal and Canvas workshop. So these workshops will allow you to get more familiar with some of the platforms and applications you'll be using for your classes to, I don't know, submit your financial aid or to submit your assignments, to access your syllabus. So if you're interested in learning more about those platforms and how you will be utilizing them, join us on Friday. And again, those Zoom links are in your student email. Lastly, we will have a survey emailed out to you within the next week or two, and that will be sent to your email as well. We do read the surveys. We do take into consideration the feedback from the students. We're interested in knowing if this helped you, what information you would like to see in the future. So please take the time to fill that survey out. Other than that, that is all we have for you today. We would like you to follow us and connect with us via social media. So we have linked our social media on here. We have a Facebook page for the campus, Instagram for the campus, and then an Instagram for our Welcome Center, which is our department. And you can scan the QR here or type in our handle onto your social media outlets. Give us a like, follow us to stay updated with events, information, deadlines of that nature, and also for Welcome Week next week, you guys can stay up to date on the different booths and service areas that will be out to help you guys. All right. So with that, I do want to thank, again, our speakers, our interpreters, our students. Hopefully all your questions have been answered in the chat. And for the sake of time, we'll go ahead and end it there. That way you guys have enough time to join your campus tour, which will be starting in 5 minutes. And hopefully you guys have a great semester. Make sure you guys say hi to us. We'll be outdoors next week in red t-shirts. Any staff in red t-shirts, come up to us and ask us any questions. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the session, and we'll see you on campus. Thank you.